Yo, what up guys, it's Flark, and welcome to another episode of the Coach Flarkness series, where I go over my own gameplay, or other players' gameplay, and we take a look at what went super well, what led to a win condition, what went not so well, maybe ended up losing the game. But regardless, no matter what class, what CR, what experience, what comp you're playing, there's always something to be learned from, going over gameplay footage and just saying, that was a good play, or I wouldn't even think to look for that, Myself included, there's just always something to learn, super educational and super fun. So if you want to contribute clips to this, Discord link in the description below. All you have to do is click that Discord, go to the VOD review channel, and give me something. YouTube or Squad OV, I think is what people are using to record footage. If you get that to me, I can go over it. But we're going to get right into it right here with the first matchup. Of course, I do not watch these games beforehand because I don't want to nitpick every frame of data here. I don't think that's super authentic. It doesn't really give you any information. Of course, we can do that with the power of stopping time on our hands. But, real time things are a little more tricky. So I'm going to try and watch it, make decisions and choices that I would make as it goes, and pause sometimes to talk about those decisions and choices. But, of course, we're starting off with Rogue Mage, Fire Mage Assassination Rogue. That's a classic. We all know that one. And it looks like he's playing Unholy DK Holy Priest. So this is already a very, very favorable matchup for Unholy because you have Raise A-Bomb. Yes, he talented into a huge. So this is probably going to be good. Raise A-Bomb right on, let me use my mouse, right over here or over here, right? Because they run right out the front. They're both stealth and they either go this way or this way. And sometimes they don't go the same way. Sometimes they do. But if you drop it there, the radius is so massive that you're either going to pull out one or both. Because if they split, you'll probably pull out one. If you put it right down here in the middle, you'll probably get both if you're fast enough. But either way, you're completely disrupting their opener. It's very, very difficult for Raise A-Bomb to not get the initial pullout. But somehow if it doesn't, you can just mount up, run around with him, and you will always stop their opener. It's almost never happened that it doesn't. So it's really good. So we'll probably see that. D&D. No, not quite. So you don't want to use D&D for your pullout tool, especially not on the priest. That's not where they're going to be. You wanted to use Raise A-Bomb, but looks like we're not. Okay, so yeah, you will want to use that for sure. You are talented into it, but looks like you don't need to save it. So you don't need to save it as an offensive cooldown because it's double DPS. Once you get the pull out, it is your offensive cooldown. It stops all their go, gets a disease on them, and immediately starts applying wounds and damage. I mean, that is the perfect use of that cooldown. So don't need to save it. In the D&D, you never want to drop it on your own guy because that's not where they're standing. I mean, he's already, you can see him, he's casting Holy Nova around. He's not going to be standing directly on the priest. He's going to be, yeah, well, I called it right there. So there's the Mage. Well, you don't want to get sapped here, but it looks like you got the Nova pull out. Maybe Rogue goes for a re-stealth here. Should be able to still get your opener. I think it's probably better on Rogue. You would have just dropped A-Bomb behind the Rogue's pillar now that you know where he is. But okay, we're chasing him. So chains. And then now, okay. All right. So, all right, lots. Promise I'm not nitpicking here, but a lot to unpack. So you don't want to grip early because you really don't want to grip early because then when you pop all your offensive cooldowns, you can just get away. Instead, you want to save grip for that. So as you're running over to the Mage over here, right? You're going to use Dark Transformation. Here it is. Unholy Blight. Yep, Unholy Blight. There it is. You're going to press those buttons. Those are setup globals on your way to the Mage with Def's Advance and AMS. Whoa, right next to each other. Beautiful. I like your UI. It's easy for me to find things. So yeah, Def's Advance, AMS, and your setup globals, and you don't have to grip. You've got everything set up and ready. So right when you connect to him and you're in that AMS, he can't peel you, and you're just going to immediately nuke him the second he tries to blink away. You grip it back. Now you grip him. He's probably gonna, I don't know, root you, run, and you haven't got your setup globals off yet. So when you grip him, you're actually not doing damage on top of the grip. You want your damage to be out. So when you grip him back, he's getting destroyed. Unholy does that extremely well. So you kick him here. That's also rough. You should probably just AMS it. Now he has resolve. Now you're going to get rooted on your A-Bomb limb, and he's just going to walk away. So not the opener you're looking for. You want to keep chains on him for sure. Chains. Now you'd want to grip. So you're going to swap over the Rogue. This is a good heads-up play, though. This is a good heads-up play. So the opener on the Mage clearly failed for all the reasons that I said it was. But Unholy is going to do so much unbelievable damage that the swap over the Rogue is going to get every cooldown out of them anyway. I think you probably could have gotten cop block already, then EMDs, and the game's over. But this is a really smart heads-up play from you to swap to the Rogue. If you stun him, you're going to get Trinket Cloak Evasion because Unholy does the most damage of all time, and they're stacked up. So looks like that's exactly what you're doing. There's a Death Coil, and yep, Trinket Cloak Evasion, right? So he's gone. It's Rogue for the rest of the game now because you didn't get anything out of the Mage. You didn't get caught or block, so it's definitely Rogue for the rest of the game. Didn't need to kick that. You still have Lichborn. You're just putting him on resolve pretty much for no reason. Should have Lichborn that for sure. Now he's blinded you. This is Trinket on the overlap. Are you not running Trinket? Or you relent? You're relent. Okay. Maybe not into Rogue Mage, but Zone this for sure. It's combust. Zone it. Zone. No! All right, so okay, so it's not particularly difficult to figure out what went wrong here. Priest may die here, actually, which is a shame because literally he should never die in this matchup. Considering the opener they have, he has Fade, Guardian, and you had Zone form at the beginning of the combust, but we missed Zone. We were about 7 seconds late. We missed it, then he had to walk over into it. And now they press Guardian. I don't know, he pressed Fade already too. Guardian, Desperate Prayer, and Zone. If he dies through all of this, it's a shame, but it was so low and so late and so missed that I think he might. And that's Rogue Mage for you. Now you get kicked. Yeah, he's dead for sure. So you could still win, though, and here's how you still win. I don't know if you still win this game, but I'm going to describe how you would still win this game. And you should be fine. You just go Rogue. He has no defensives at all. I know he has more health than the Mage, but the Mage has caught block. So you don't really need to go Mage. You just hit the Rogue while he's in his form, right? Because the Rogue cannot get away now. He does not have Trinket. You have Asphyxiate. He has no Trinket. He has no Vanish, and the Priest has a form, which means they can't do anything to you. So you just Lichborn the Poly, which you still have. You IBF the Kidney. Look at this. IBF Kidney. You still have Human Trinket. Lichborn. They cannot CC you. Lichborn the Poly. We know he doesn't have Blind, and you have IBF for the stun, which means even though he has 62% health and the Mage has 4%, this is just gonna be caught blocked. The Rogue dies instantly. He cannot get away, and the Holy Priest can just heal you to full with the form. So you actually still win this game 100%. So there's block. He blocked before caught. There's probably a bad play. It looks like your Priest is MDing it. You should have stayed on Rogue in this. Yeah, so this is probably a loss now. So they're just going to recover. He still has caught. They're going to CC you forever, and they're going to kite. So yeah, it's just Rogue the whole time. Just keep a chains on him before he gets behind the pillar. You win easily. So this is IBF. IBF Lichborn works super well there. Now they get a reset. Now we're on Rogue. It's still winnable. You just have to, oh, well, we threw stun into the Mage. That was terrible. Yeah, you see, because he has evasion. So you just needed to stun Rogue here with no Trinket, and he definitely loses. Keep chains on him, man, please. Tragic. This was still winnable. Still winnable up until this point. Now I think it's losable. Now it's definitely over. Yeah, okay, so he knife phase away. So yeah, Lichborn, please. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so yeah, this game's a loss. I can already tell. They're just going to reset over and over until they kill you. But, so what happened is... you got the Rogue, no Trinket. You got to keep chains on these guys. They can't be running for you. You got to free up a global for chains. I know you're like, oh, he's so low, I just got to do damage. No, you need to get chains on him or you'll never do damage. He's running freely across the map with no chains device, 70% slow. He doesn't have an answer for it. You got to press, especially on that Rogue right before he night fade away from you. He wouldn't have not moved. Before the blink comes back up, you get back to him because it's 70% slow. Even with the night fade, it's not enough. And then you get to him and you kill him. But you have tools. You had IBF Lichborn the entire game, right? You had IBF for that Kidney, Lichborn for the Poly. Remember, Lichborn immunes Polys. Actually, I'm saying remember, but you might not know that. That's a huge point for everybody in the stream, including the guy I'm reviewing here, or the video rather. Lichborn makes you immune to Poly. You cannot cast it in a Poly. It does not remove Polymorph, but you cannot Polymorph an undead target. So when you go Lichborn and you go Undead, you are now immune to Polymorph. He just cannot use it on you. Even if you use it while he's casting it, it'll just go failed, right? Failed. So you can Lichborn Polys. He's got it up the entire game. Huge play here. And then IBF the Kidney. You don't want to just sit it. You had Trinket and IBF. You don't want to sit it. You're in crunch time right now. Your healer's dead, but you still have a chance to win. You can't be holding on to your cooldowns like that. So, but yeah, Rogue was easily the target. Keep chains on these guys. I mean, we can watch it as a formality, but we know this game's over. Just keep chains on these guys. Don't let them get away, and make sure you're always recognizing, okay, Mage is low health, but he has Cauterize and Ice Block. Rogue has nothing, no Trinket, and I would kill him easily. My pet would just keep him out, and I would keep chains on him. He has no escapes. Evasion doesn't matter because I have stun for it. Oh, this is sad. Do I really want to watch? I don't want to do it to him. It's just, we know what they're going to do, right? You guys have all played Rogue Mage, right? They just reset, and they'll eventually kill him. There is no sequence of events that'll happen here. IBF the beginning of that. There's no sequence of events here that's going to result in a non-dead DK. Okay, there it is. Disarm the yeah, it's dead. Okay, right. So there it is. But that is good. There is some really good things in this game. Of course, it's low MMR. You can see, so this is perfect. Perfect learning opportunity for everybody. The Lichborn is a huge opportunity. Being more aggressive IBF is a really good opportunity. Make sure uptime on chains is near 100%. 100%. I know you have to keep pressing it. You're like, oh, I don't want to press. You got to press. And then, you know, the zone faster on the Priest, on the Combust, the zone on the Priest, not on the floor. But that particular set of ground, very protected from all fire-based problems, you know? You're actually just doing like the work of a fire extinguisher effectively. It's just like, well, gotta make sure everything stays, environmentally safe right now, which you did a great job with. But unfortunately, the priest died, and that was less good. Yeah, just make sure you get that A-bomb pull out in the beginning. Really important because you're running it. Set up globals before you get to the mage, then Limb and Grip will do the rest while you're destroying him. If you do want to swap to the rogue, it was a fantastic swap when you did it. Fantastic. But, you got to make sure then you go rogue for the rest of the game. You got everything out of him. Now it's just time to stun him and kill. And then those tools, AMS, Lichborn, IBF, these all get you out of CC. And probably Trinket into Rogue Mage because Relent doesn't do anything. I mean, sitting 7 seconds of blind or 6 seconds of blind into 6 seconds of sap is not better than just trinketing the blind and sitting no seconds of sap. So yeah, just run regular Trinket into this and you're good. You have all, this is perfect. And I know I've said a lot of things. I understand that. But this is the good news. You have all the fundamentals down. You know what zone does. You're running it. You're looking for it to your priest. You have A-bomb. You know it's useful in this matchup, but we got to figure out how. You've got all the fundamentals down, the zone, the blight, the strength, the AMS. You've got all the tools. It's low MMR, so you're right there at the cusp. But now we got to put those pieces together. You have the weak aura for combustion. Boom, combustion. Just firing off those weak aura air horns, right? That's zone instantly on your priest instantaneously, right? And these are all the things you can do. I really appreciate you sending this in. This is perfect. And I know it's like tough because there's so much to do. But this is what every 1600 MMR DK is thinking right now. They're like, oh, thank God he sent in that video because I needed this, right? You hear so many buzzwords. You've watched my videos. You've watched other DKs. You watch Mez, the best DK ever, play the game. And you're like, oh, A-bomb? Okay, well, it's anti-magic zone. And the words are all buzzing around in your head. But putting it together is really hard to do, especially when so much is going on. You got air horns blaring at you. So hopefully this helps. It's a lot of words, so maybe watch this section back 7 times if you feel like it. I swear it'll help. We're going on to the next one. What do we got here? I've got a priest, a DK, and a warrior. So Unholy TSG, that's a beauty probably with Fury versus Survival Fury, Holy Priest. Great matchup. Probably DK should be target for their team. Warrior should be target for your team. We're looking for an A-bomb pullout. Whoa, line of sight. Oh, D&D pullout still gets it. Chains here. Well, let's get the A-bomb down as soon as possible. I see we're running it. Unholy Friends. We're doing those setup globals though. There's the Dark Transform. Okay. I still like. Okay, now we get the A-bomb down. It's a little out of order. We need to APOC here a little sooner. Okay. Damage is tremendous. Look at this. He's already doing 15k DPS. Don't think it's crazy when I say he could be doing more. He could be doing 20. A-bomb first. You only need to Festering Strike 1 time in the opener. I can't tell. I think it was 2. We were at 6 wounds for a while. And the second you hit 6 wounds, it needs to be APOC next global. There can be no globals in between Unholy Assault and APOC. This is actually really good. Not nitpicky information, I promise. So let me dial it back real quick and say that one more time. Whew. Unholy Assault gives you 4 wounds and haste. APOC will always be the subsequent global. That's actually good information because people ask me my burst rotation and my unholy rotation all the time. The setup globals are hard. It's kind of situational. Those being unholy or unholy blight, dark transform, raise abomination. Those setup globals. Generally, I do it in that order actually. But once you've pressed Unholy Assault, the very next global every time is APOC. Then you will never overcap wounds. You probably missed 2 wounds there. And your damage will get out even faster. Now, that's said, even though he's doing, look at this, man. 15k DPS, 250k damage already. This guy is destroying their team. This baby C, he's crushing him right now. He's crushing him. He is actually crushing him. The warrior might have died. I mean, I don't know what MMR this is, but with how low you got him with that type of setup, I think he might have already been dead. Isn't that crazy? But you get Rally, Guardian. Oh, you get everything. You get Trinket. You get Will of the Forsaken from the Priest. I mean, you guys are about to win this game. You can tell. You can tell. Your entire team's 100% health. Their entire team is no % health. You're doing great. You're doing a fantastic job. It looks like we've got the badge out. Every setup global. We can even probably kick Priest. We have that up. AMS wasn't needed. IBF wasn't needed. Beautiful. You didn't need it. Absolutely, you did not. Just make sure. Raise A-bomb on their side. Get him down early so you can just do the Blight Dark Transform. What you did is set up globals. Perfect job. And then Frenzy APOC. I know it seems like, wait, that's not what I'm curious about. I do a lot of damage on Unholy. But so many people, oh, I paused for like an hour. So many people ask me the rotation on DK. I just wanted to take that opportunity. Thank you so much. Okay, so keep spending with clawing. Oh, we're not running clawing. Probably run clawing pretty much all the time nowadays. Okay, so we're chasing the priest. Did he kill the hunter behind? Okay. God, this game was 2 seconds. I guess I had to pause. I had to pause because there's only 30 seconds of gameplay here. Right. So this is good. It was good. So many people ask me the rotation of Unholy. This is a good representation. Let me go back to right here in the video. So let's go through it one by one for all the people who actually have this question. Instead of D&D, that was Raise A-Bomb. Raise A-Bomb here. It's going to hit both of them. Doesn't matter. Going to keep the hunter out. Beautiful. It's going to get disease on all three. Huge. Then as you're running over to him, Dark Transform, Blight, then Unholy Assault. Yeah, see, we festered first. We were really close. So you can see there it was. Boom. Dark Transform, Blight, Badge. You saw it all go out, but it's just as you're walking over to him, then Unholy Assault APOC. So you're not stuck at 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. There it is, right? So you actually do get a few more valuable globals if you do it my way, because the A-Bomb would have already been down. The Unholy Assault and Dark Transform right when you get to him, and then right when you get to him, Blight. Assault, APOC, spender. And then he's probably dead right there, but it doesn't matter because you win instantly anyway. Beautiful job. Lichborn is a really good play there. It looks like he pressed. Lichborn's the fear. Then what happens? So we just do a bunch of dam. The hunter's randomly dying. I think you should probably turtle. You walk over to kick his cast, it looks like. You're maybe babysitting him. It's not a bad play. It's not a bad play at all. If you just run at the priest when you're guaranteed their entire team is dead, I mean, what's the priest going to do? He already pressed all of his instants. He already pressed all of his cooldowns, so you can just babysit him, never let him play. I mean, Hunter could have turtled. Fury probably would have died anyway. Your Fury is doing a lot of damage now, and you shredded. So your damage is amazing. You gave me a perfect opportunity to talk just a little bit about that setup opener. And I don't know, you finished it off so quick. It was a beautiful job. Let's take a look at the other one this player gave me. We have Thug Cleave, Assassination Rogue Survival Hunter. So we got the D&D down. IBF, maybe? No, he intervenes it. You know, it's funny. My instinct is to just IBF that. My instinct is to IBF that because I know we're about. I looked at the last game. We're about 1700 MMR, and I want to get the A-Bomb pull out in both and immediately disrupt their opener. But he intervenes it, which is actually the better play. You know, at 1700, I didn't expect him to intervene first cheap. Oh my god! I learned something. That is a sick play, right? Because you never have to use anything on the first cheap if they don't go hard and your warrior intervenes. And now you can just save every defensive cooldown. See? I see. When I said myself included. Great intervene. Great hold in the opener. Let's see how this goes. I see a disarm out. Oh! He intervened disarm. Dude! Creamed your mom! What a hero! What a name! What a hero! Intervene, disarm the rogue's opener. I'm so glad you didn't press anything. Oh, I'm so glad I'm learning stuff from this. Okay, so we do want to get the A-Bomb out. We got to get something on the rogue. Is rogue the kill target or is it priest? I can't really tell what kill target it is. Not going to talk about the whole rotation again. So we're just kind of spreading damn right now. Oh, we get the APOC of the priest. Yeah, swap to priest. I really like this. Chains, vice, chains. Uh-oh. I think you're still going to kill him, but this might be the 1700 MMR effect here. I think we got juked. Good Stormbolt on the cast. The warrior outplayed them so hard, dude. I think that's the creamed your mom special, dude. I think that's the creamed your mom special, man. So great swap to the priest. You saw that he was super low. You saw that he had a ton of wounds on him. You spent the APOC on him instead. That means your sharpen is on the priest, which means if the warrior gets over to him, you're gonna have like a 50% MS on this guy. That's massive. It was a good swap, good heads up play. Your warrior outplayed their opener completely and then Stormbolted his cast after you got juked. It happens, people get juked. And you do a lot of damage, like a lot. Like you do a lot of damage. Like you can see by meters, you do a lot of damage. So I'm glad that went the way that it went. There's probably still actually a way to do even more damage. I know that sounds fucking insane, but you can with just the opener slight tweaks that I was talking about. And A-Bomb is such a great first global on anything with this setup. Chains of Ice the Priest, for sure. I think he had Master's Call maybe initially, but it fell. And he was still just like, I just run it all over the map. But it's so great. You've clearly got a well set up character. You've clearly got a great warrior playing with. And you do the most damn in game. I mean, that's great. That's great. So there's a lot of good things going on here. I'm sure if you want to, you can put up some more videos. If you guys can get this push going, maybe you get up to 1800 CR, maybe even 1900 CR. There's going to be teams that don't just like, you know, they're disintegrating to your opener. So there's not a lot of time for all the stuff that I was able to look at in that first game, you know, a skill shot, proper rotation of defensive management, which coming from the guy who never expected your warrior to completely outplay their opener like that. I swear I have some good tips, but maybe Creamed Your Mom has some tips for me. But that was a great, that was great. I really hope you give more videos, because this is the kind of stuff I want to look at. Please, more in the Discord. If you can get a little higher MMR from this push, which I completely believe you're going to do, you should be able to see some of these players living through this opener. And then we've got some more stuff to talk about, you know? But thank you so much for giving me this content. It was a nice short Coach Flarkness video. More in the Discord. If you guys want more content like this, you just got to send me clips. There's still like 10, 15 that I have to go through, but I want a backlog of them so I never run out of stuff. And you guys are amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this and you guys have a wonderful night.